Welcome to the college football playoff. The season's had plenty of ups and downs, but all the drama has led up to this point, the beginning of this 12-team playoff in front of a home crowd and a raucous environment. And our matchup tonight sets up a potential Cinderella story, the last team to qualify for this 12-team playoff on the road against a team that likely believes it should be resting and watching this first-round game on TV. This is a dangerous spot for the home team and a chance for the underdog to spring an upset and move on to the quarterfinals. As we'll see the number 11 seed in this playoff, the Florida State Seminoles. The kickoff team is out there, and here we go. The college football playoff about to get underway. Well, he thought about coming out, but instead takes a knee to bring the football to the 25-yard line. So the Florida State Seminoles offense comes on the field first today. And this quarterback, of course, Kirk, he's the guy that stirs the drink for this team.
Talk about the total package. He runs it, produces it, directs it, acts out all the scenes. He's the whole package. I love a quarterback who understands the ins and outs of a football game. This kid plays like he wrote the manual.
Pulls it in. It's McCoy. And heads out of bounds after a decent game.
I think it's important to kind of let your quarterback get into a rhythm early in the game. Sure, you'd love to see the big gains, but plays like this allow the quarterback to get settled into the game, find his rhythm, and then he can make the bigger plays later on.
They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Boy, great job by this defense on this second down run. Just stonewalled him at the line of scrimmage. Now they get a chance to really pressure the quarterback here, try to get off the field.
They'll run it from the gun. That's a good effort on the run, but the defense stops him just short of the mark. 4th down now. The Seminoles bring their punt team onto the field. He's got some daylight turning on the speed. They finally get him down, but that's a solid return. Good work by the return man. So Texas Tech's offense out there for their first possession. Well, it's not easy to narrow down the impact players to just a few guys, Kirk. But what do you expect from them today?
Well, we got guys that can make plays as well as anybody in the country on both sides of the ball. That's why I think this matchup is so exciting. Two good teams with great individual players.
We'll try the ground game here with the running back. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain.
You know, in the RPO game, the quarterback's got to make really sound decisions on that read. Either give it when it's the right time or you pull it out and make the throw. Here, I think he's kind of in that gray area, decides to hand it off and at least picked up some positive yards.
Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down. First down here for this offense. From the shotgun, drops back, looking for an open man. Hits the ball off as he's hit, but it's incomplete.
Man, you got to love this if you're defensive coordinator. It's all about affecting the quarterback and getting pressure on him. This time they got to him and forced that incompletion.
Pitches to the back. Breaking free at the 35. Tackled, but not before picking up big yards and a first down. Defense couldn't stop the option that time. The Red Raiders pick up enough yardage to move the sticks. They'll run the option. He'll pitch it. Stopped right there at the line with no gain.
Well, the defensive line does their job eating up those double teams, freeing up the backers and make the play.
Offense getting set. Second down play here. Quarterback drops back. We're going to test the secondary. Down he goes. A sack.
A really good job by this defense. The quarterback looked to be trying to work through his progressions to find his open receiver, but before he knew it, he's on his back.
On third down, he drops to throw. And they hit him just as he releases the ball. It's incomplete. Looks like the coach decides to go for 3 points here. Here comes the field goal team. The attempt from 47 yards. And he's got it from 47 yards away, showing off the deep range. So after coming away with 3 in that drive, the kickoff team is out.
I was watching this guy in pregame. He has got a strong leg. Not surprised here he's able to put 3 points up here for the offense.
And the Florida State offense heads back onto the field. Last time was a quick 3 and out. Can they get a drive going this time? Big guys up front lined up. It's first down. They start the drive with a quick throw to the right side. They tackle him at the 38. Solid gain. Nice play there. That's solid run. Good for first down yardage. To throw, it's Kromenhoek. And the quarterback finds the tight end for the completion. And he's brought down, but he does have enough for the first down. A new set of downs after that completion. Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. Only a small gain. Now looking at 2nd and 9. From the shotgun, it's a handoff. Defense stops him, but that's a solid gain.
Well, they didn't bust that for a big play, but it makes this 3rd down coming up a little bit more manageable, and that certainly has a lot of value.
3rd down play here out of the shotgun. He makes the grab. Tackle to the 28. This offense threatening now. Another first down.
That's a great play by this offense to keep the drive alive, and a good find by the quarterback on 3rd down.
On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Quarterback escapes the pocket. Toughness shown by the sophomore quarterback to pick up the first down himself.
These are the kind of plays that keep defensive coordinators up at night. You spend so much time putting your plan together to stop the pass, and then nobody accounts for the quarterback on a run.
Snapping it from the red zone now, looking to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Knowles.
That kind of play is almost impossible to defend. When a quarterback is throwing the ball with that kind of accuracy and timing, and the receiver runs a route like this, good luck trying to stop it. So maybe this is a great start for this combination, this quarterback and receiver, for a big day.
Now they get set to kick it away. And here's the return from inside the 5. And he stopped at the 20, tried to make something happen, but that's good coverage there. Texas Tech offense trots back out onto the field now. He settled for 3 last time. Let's see what they can come up with this drive. Pressure is coming. And he just throws it away incomplete. Didn't see anybody open. He's going to bring up 2nd down. He's back to throw again after that incompletion on 1st down. And he's got his man open downfield. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks more than enough for a first down. How aggressive will they be on this first down play? They'll try to run it with the option. The back's got it on the pitch. They've got him behind the line. The option doesn't work at all. Well, that was that excellent linebacker with a clear path just running downhill quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get into the backfield, and the result is a tackle for a loss for the backer.
Here we go. First play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a 2nd down play. Drops back from the shotgun, looking for an open man. And the pass is intercepted. A takeaway for the defense. And that's a solid return after the interception.
Boy, just a drive killer right there, Chris. And he didn't seem to throw that ball with much confidence. Just put it up for grabs, and the defense comes down with it.
And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. Able to fight for a decent gain here in that running play.
Hey, listen, you don't always have to have big plays to be successful. It's a nice, solid gain here. Keeps you on schedule, and you get ready for that next play.
The gain makes it 2nd and medium. from the shotgun, an inside handoff. Makes it across the goal line. Touchdown, Florida State.
Chris, he broke free from the line of scrimmage. I thought he might have a 10 or 15-yard gain, but he shows you the speed that he has to take it all the way to the house.
The PAT is good, so it's a 14-3 lead. Now the kickoff team is out on the field.
Florida State, 14, Texas Tech, 3.
He's going to bring it out of the end zone from a couple yards deep. And he's brought down at the 12. That's poor field position to start the drive. And the Texas Tech offense is back out on the field now. This offense trying to bounce back. The last possession ended in a pick. And the first play of the drive now, they're backed up at the 12-yard line. Pre-snap motion from the receiver. He'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Fires it to the wideout. Easy throw to a wide-open receiver downfield. Out of bounds, but not before a huge gain. Offense gets a fresh set of downs. The offense finally producing here. Sets up a 1st and 10. There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. Deep ball is caught for a huge gain here. They're not going to get him. He's in. Touchdown, Texas Tech. See if they can convert the point after. The extra point is good. They draw within 4, 14-10. Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away.
14, Texas Tech, 10.
He's going to try for a return from a couple of yards deep in the end zone. They stop him at the 11. Not good field position to start the drive. And here comes the Florida State offense on the field. A little bit of my turn, your turn so far in the early going. Both offenses scoring touchdowns in their last possessions. That one falls incomplete. Good defensive play. Brings up 2nd down.
That's a misfire there, Chris. This passing game has got to be able to get into sync and find a rhythm.
Now it's 2nd down here. Trying to find room. It's Davis. Finding some room at the 25. He's tackled short of the 30, but that's good enough for a 1st down.
Boy, another 1st down and another good run by this back from Florida State. I tell you, he's doing his job as far as living up to the great tradition of Florida State running backs.
And in 1st down, right back to the running game. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there. Well, they run it right into a blitz, and that linebacker was coming downhill, Kirk.
Man, what a time to call that blitz here by the defense coordinator. And you're right, he shoots right through that A-gap. Really, the back had nowhere to go. By the time he got the ball in his hands, the linebacker's right in his face.
And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
But good job with the offensive line giving his quarterback time to throw. And you can see the damage he can do to you when he does have time. A great throw and something you just kind of expect in Tallahassee. A quarterback that can make throws like this.
Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Well, if somebody talks about a play being blown up, this is a great example of that. That's Exhibit A for how to be physical on defense.
What's the play call here on 2nd down for this offense? They'll hand it off. And the sophomore able to bring him down quickly.
Christine, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but what I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there. Talk about quickness. That play is absolutely blown up in no time.
Chris, I don't know if that's a misassignment by the offensive lineman or just really good instincts there by the defender, but that play is blown up right at the snap.
And on 4th down, the punter sends it away. And the punt will bounce out of bounds inside the 10-yard line. Great job by the punter there. And the Red Raiders offense is back out on the field now. They scored a touchdown on the last possession. Let's see if this defense has been able to come up with some adjustments and stop them this time. Moving the receiver around pre-snap. A pop pass on the jet sweep. Moves the ball to the 25. Good enough for a first down.
The defense has got to do a much better job here of adjusting to the pre-snap motion. They just kind of stayed in place, and it gave the receiver plenty of room there to make a nice play.
It's a 1-yard gain. 2nd and 9 coming up. From the shotgun, drops back. It's a quick grab. They tackle him at the 38. Solid gain. Nice play there.
Boy, another positive gain for this offense, and this quarterback continues to show how dangerous he is when he has time to throw. The defensive coordinator's got to change up his looks, maybe bring in the blitz, anything they can do to get this quarterback out of this rhythm.
And he's brought down after a big first down gain. It's 2nd and short. Maybe an opportunity, Kirk, to take a shot here. A completion sets up a 2nd down play. They're going to run the option. Pitch to the back. Breaking free at the 35. Finally brought down, but the option produces a big gain that time. That's great execution.
How about setting the edge there on the right side of that offensive line? I wouldn't be surprised if they keep going back to the well, pounding it behind that right guard and right tackle and tight end, seeing what additional damage they can do.
Offense getting set. It's 2nd down. There's the snap. They'll set up to throw. And it's going to be incomplete. Defense had a great chance for the pick. Couldn't come up with it.
Pretty nice catch here, but a missed opportunity for an interception. Let's face it, a lot of these defenders, they've got it all. Speed, athleticism, but hands, sometimes a little questionable, as we saw here.
And they stop him just short of the end zone. The offense set up with a 1st and goal now.
Chris, that's another positive game for this offense, and this quarterback continues to show why he's had such a great year this year. When he has time to throw, he gets his feet set. He's as accurate as any quarterback in the country.
And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Red Raiders. Lining up to try the extra point. And the extra point makes it a 17-14 lead. So an important touchdown just before halftime. Not much time for the opposing offense to try to answer before the break. And so it'll be a touchback. Ball spotted at the 25. The offense comes back out there. Not much time left. Perhaps just time for a couple plays before the half. And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. Ball handed off. Jukes to get free. That's good for first down yardage. They'll spot it at the 37. So a timeout is called to talk strategy. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays before halftime. First down play call. How aggressive will it be? Back to throw. It's Kromenhoek. Bringing pressure. Who's going to take off here? Timeout is called to talk strategy late in this close game with halftime approaching. Looks like the final play of the half coming up. Second down, we're going to throw it. Catch made on the out route. We finally make the stop there after a huge gain, but that wraps up the first half.
17.
This deep begin the second half.
14.
Returner decides to field it. And the returner will be brought down. And the Texas Tech offense trots back out onto the field now. This line getting set up. It's a first down play. They get the second half started with a running play. They tackle him right at the 35-yard line.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
The pass is incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, and here comes a late flag. Defense.
Right, playing defensive back has got to be the toughest job out there right now in college football. You get isolated on islands against these freaky, talented receivers. It's hard enough to be able to stay up with them and try to make a play on the ball, and often you end up bumping them downfield, and you get a call like this.
Breaks loose at the 40. It's a huge gain down to the 16 in one play. They've suddenly become a threat to score. Well, they finally corral him, but he was untouched at the line of scrimmage. Kirk just burst through a big crease.
I'm going crazy on my defense. Like you said, this guy was untouched. I don't know how they were able to finally catch up to him and bring him down, but there's no excuses at all from the defense after a play like that.
Here comes a throw from the red zone. Running out of time in the pocket. And it falls incomplete. The defensive pressure hurried to throw that time.
It's pretty simple as a defensive coordinator. When the quarterback drops back to throw, if we get pressure on him, we got a chance to slow him down and win the football game. If we don't, could be a long afternoon. Good job here by dialing up the pressure.
Back goes in motion now. Let's see how the defense adjusts. He stopped just short of that first down marker, inches away from it. So here we go, third down in the red zone. The kind of play that decides football games. Running play called on third and short. Morsel out of bounds, close to the end zone.
Boy, Chris, you cannot overstate how big of a conversion this was to be able to pick this up on the ground. Yeah, the offense still has the lead, but you can just feel the defense having all the momentum with the points they've been able to compile. And that run right there picks up a first down and can kind of settle things down a bit.
Muscles across the goal line. Touchdown, Texas Tech. So the offense flexing here, Kirk, and stretching their lead here in the second half.
Now that touchdown gives you a little bit more breathing room, but now it's up to your own defense to help preserve that lead so you can go back out and build onto it in the second half.
14.
So no return here. He takes it in the end zone, and they'll begin the drive at the 25. And the Seminoles offense comes back on the field. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? Looking to pass. It's Kromenhoek. He fires this throw and is intercepted. Going the other way. Can they stop him? Touchdown, Red Raiders. And the defense adds 6 from the interception return. And the interception taken to the house, a big 6, potential game-changing play there.
Man, nothing gets a defense, and especially a defensive coordinator, more fired up than a pick 6. And let's not forget, give credit to some of those other defenders for making some key blocks to spring that touchdown loose.
Getting set to kick the ball off now. Doesn't bring the kick out. Touchback. They'll start at the 25. And the Florida State offense heads back onto the field. They have got to bounce back on this possession after going to pick 6 last time out here. Off the play fake on first down. And he finds a wide open receiver. They forgot about him downfield. And a huge gain before he's forced out of bounds. Big yardage to set up a fresh set of downs.
What a pitch and catch by the quarterback and receiver for a big gain for this offense.
And they'll use the ground game here. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
That's a great play all around by this defense. Your first-level defenders hold their own at the point of attack, allowing the second and third-level players to roam free and make the tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
They're going to run it. Back gets the carry. Defense gets him down, but they'll take the gain on that play.
It's a good, solid gain, 5 or 6 yards. Love to see that from the running game.
Third down. This offense could really use a conversion here, down multiple scores. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Caught over the middle. It's Brown. Football comes out. And the offense recovers the fumble.
The offensive staff
And the replay booth has signaled they want to stop and have another look at this one. So after taking a closer look, the officials are going to overturn that previous ruling on the field. The Noles pick up enough yardage for a first down. Off the play fake, looking to throw. Fires it to the wideout. Catch is made. Room to run here. They bring him down, but a big chunk of yardage on the play. And the Noles hustle to the line to run the hurry up. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Looking to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
You know, I like the quarterback's patience here, and instead of trying to force the issue and squeeze the ball into coverage, he just decides to just basically throw it away and live for the next down.
Coming to the line on 2nd down, this is important. They want to avoid a 3rd and long. That's the wide receiver coming in motion now. He's going to hand this off. But they tackle him after just a 2-yard gain, so it sets up a 3rd and 8. Offense facing a 3rd down now. They can still get a first down without scoring. Dropping back, it's Kromenhoek. And he'll get there. Touchdown, Seminoles. That's a crucial response for this offense, but still plenty of work to do here in the 3rd quarter.
Well, I love that they're still fighting and competing. You can tell they've made some adjustments at half and try to get them back into this game. And that score is a great start.
And the PAT makes it a 10-point deficit, 31-21. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. Returner looking to create better field position. And he'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line. Good job by the coverage team. And the Texas Tech offense is back out on the field now. The last drive, the ground game, was so successful. Ended in a touchdown. We'll see if the defense can respond to it this time. Not able to connect. Incomplete.
The back just had nowhere to go. How about the defensive line? They eat up all the blocks up front, freeing those linebackers up to be able to make the play. Just a bad play all around for this offense.
He'll hand it off. Solid gain there. Moves the ball out to the 32.
Nice RPO here by the offensive coordinator and a big gain by the back. Let's give credit to the quarterback. He saw that this defense was sitting back, worried about the pass, so instead of throwing it, he hands it off and some nice positive yards.
They stopped the receiver, but that's a solid gain on that play. 2nd down after that run on the previous play. They'll try the option play here. He'll toss it to the back. Tackled way behind the line. He'll lose 6 there.
Well, I don't think the offensive line gave the back much of a chance at all. Now, give credit to the defense. It was almost like they were anticipating a run and got up close to the line of scrimmage in a hurry.
Drops back, looking to throw for it on 3rd down. Quarterback takes off now, looking to scramble. The defense gets him, but it's a first down. Shows you how dangerous he can be scrambling.
Boy, this guy can do it all. We know what he can do with his arm, but when things aren't there, does a good job of pulling it down, knowing where the first down marker is, picking up the first down.
Finds his man. It's Hudson. They make the tackle, but not before a solid gain on that pass. Getting set. Here's second down. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun. Testing the defense with a throw downfield. Touchdown, Texas Tech. A strong game by this quarterback. So they'll try to add to the lead now with a PAT. Extra point makes it a 17-point game. Kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. And it comes out to the 25. No return attempted there. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. Tight end goes in motion before the snap. An inside give now from the shotgun. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. Well, Kirk, Texas Tech has the lead here. We played 3 quarters with a chance to stay alive for the national championship. Let's check out the game summary here so far. Offense getting set for a second down here to begin the quarter. Back to pass. It's Kromenhoek. It's an out route. The catch made. And he's tackled after the catch.
I really like what this defensive coordinator is doing right now. He's got a nice lead. Just sit back. The most important thing is tackling this offense inbounds so that clock will keep ticking.
Quick throw. Catch made on the out route. Not much after the catch, but it is good enough for a first down.
Chris, here we are in the 4th quarter. These guys are trailing. Hadn't been a great day, but with this quarterback, he's as gifted as anybody in the country. You never count these guys out.
First down, looking to throw the ball. The quarterback finds a target on the right. It's complete. They get him down, but he crosses midfield, spot the ball at the 44.
You know, we talked this week with the offensive coordinator about what makes this receiver so special. He kept referring to his route running. Here's an example of that. Great route, enough separation,
and is intercepted. Brought down after a short return, but the pick sets up the offense at the 39.
Well, this defense has been great the entire football game here. They knew they had a lot of pressure on them in the playoff. They stepped up and played well all game long, and now they get a critical interception here late in this game.
Second down after that run on the previous play. The shotgun handoff here. Tackled, but only after picking up a fresh set of downs.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
Tackling him for a loss of 5 yards.
Well, these obvious running situations are very tough when you're working with the lead late in the game because you know the defense is going to stack the line of scrimmage, make it as difficult as possible for you to run the football. So nice job there by the defense. They're trying to punch that ball out, do anything they can at all to get the ball back.
Good job by the defense to fight through the blocks on that screen, be short of the first down marker.
Screen plays are risky because the defense can get to the quarterback and it also can be covered. Many times, the quarterback just throws it away. Here they get some positive yards.
Drops back, needing a third down completion here. That one falls incomplete. They tried to press it deep, but now it brings up fourth down. And the Red Raiders will line up to boot it away. Finally, the first punt of the game, hoping to pin them back deep. And he boots it out of bounds. Not very long. And the kick angles out of bounds, so no return possible here. And here comes the Florida State offense on the field. They had some good things going in the last drive, but it ended suddenly with the pick. Let's see what they can do here. He's running out of time here. Sacked. It's a loss back to the 6. The Seminoles will hustle to the line to crank the tempo.
Chris, I'm really surprised by the way this game has turned out. That's another sack by this defense. They've done such a great job of preparing a plan to get ready for one of the top quarterbacks in the country. They've kept him out of sync, applied pressure, and a big part of the reason they're enjoying this lead right now.
Back to throw. It's Kromenhoek. Quarterback escapes the pocket and takes off. He'll avoid the big hit with the slide. Down late, they'll keep the offense on the field trying to chip away at this lead. 4th down. He's throwing for it. Launching downfield. Complete to the running back on his 4th down play. They make the tackle, but he easily gets 1st down yardage, and the drive keeps going. And the Seminoles come to the line to start a fresh set of downs.
Boy, the defense had everybody accounted for except the running back. You could really feel the quarterback having to work through his progressions. He came off his primary, finally finds the running back, and they pick up the 1st down.
It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw the pass rush there on 1st down.
I think he predetermined where to go with his football. Really didn't give himself a chance to work through his progressions, locked into his primary, tried to force it.
And he'll lost it to the end zone. Intercepted in the end zone. He's got some open field ahead. Not just the pick, but a big return sets up the offense in good position.
Oh, you feel terrible for this quarterback. He's played well all year. He's trying to make a play, trying to force it into coverage because they need points at this point in the game to try to advance into the next round of the playoffs. Puts it into coverage, and that's probably going to do it.
Second down here. Time for perhaps just one more play before the 2-minute warning. Caught in the backfield. It's Dickey. Breaking free at the 35. He has 1st down yardage at the 46. Handoff to the back. They'll keep the clock moving. They bring him down, but the gain moves the ball into enemy territory at the 43.
You know, I'd say this run is pretty emblematic of what we've seen all day long. No matter what they've done on offense, the guys up front have controlled the line of scrimmage. They've given the quarterback time to throw. They've been able to run, really, whatever they've wanted to. That's why the points are going up on the board. Right now, the psyche of this offense is we're in control, and we can do whatever we want whenever we feel like doing it.
It's a shotgun run call. Brought down, but it's past the line to gain.
You know, the thing that's really stood out today for this offense has been the balance. Now, they've gotten some yardage out of the running back. He's done his job. The offensive line is protected and given the quarterback a chance to be able to throw the football. He's been able to throw the football into the end zone. Now they're just looking to put on the finishing touches to win the game.
Second down play coming up for this offense. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. And the defense grabs him after the completion. He's just short of a 1st down.